Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Queenie for those who don't know me, reviewing The Circle Season 7 episodes 9 and 10. Before I get into it, please make sure to like this video, subscribe and hit the bell, and leave a comment down below. So, we left off with the decision between Kevin and Giana regarding whether they were going to vote out Darion for his dumb decision. I've been seeing some of you guys try to rationalize it. I'm so sorry. There's no amount of rationalization that is going to make me understand Darion's decision. He got blocked, by the way. Because he's here like, well, Kevin's my boy, guys alliance, whatever. Judia, I don't want to put her in that position of, getting the attention on her and stuff like that. Sorry. Even in the most recent circle chat, the man didn't chat up for you. Mans didn't come to your defense at all. But you trust him the most to make him the influencer? This is your just desserts because the man you put in power sent you home.
Damn, that's the ultimate betrayal. What's up? Let me look at you. Oh my goodness.
Are you actually single?
I'm very much single.
Okay, I wear a size 5.
Okay, noted.
Right, and I want 6 kids. So we gotta take
You want to
2.
take several? Is that
So you can have 1 and I can have 1. Gracious Lord. He smells so good.
That's what you get, baby. I'm so sorry. That's what you get, Darion. The game is the game. Now, the silver lining of him getting blocked is that he got to go see Judia. And I kid you not, all the frustration I had with Darion went out the window. I was eating it up. It was so cute. Because he really does like her in person. And she really does like him in person. And then they take the pictures and then they get... Baby, I was kicking my feet and screaming like a schoolgirl. Oh, it was so cute. What the heck? Damn, Darion. It was cute though. I liked it. So y'all are gonna get married. Thanks very much. I would like an invite. I know y'all don't know me, but like, come on. It is what it is now. Even after Darion left, Judia is still a Darion defender to the death.
Darion straight up told me Kevin was his #1 bro and he thought he was safe.
I found out from a source he'd been trying to block and betray me. I was crushed.
Or, Kevin, you've been lied to and you believe them.
Can we stop beating around the bush? Tree emoji. Who's the source?
Garrett, shut up. Literally shut up. Clearly it was me.
But I'm not giving any names. Inspector Garrett on the case here.
Judia makes a good point in saying that all of Kevin's alliance members have been blocked. 2 of those times, he has been an influencer. When this man has been power, his alliance members get blocked. Why would you want to work with that guy? They're also having more suspicions about Madeline because I think Tiara was trying to call Madeline out. Garrett was trying to feed into it. Rachel had some words as well. So they're really thinking, oh, Madeline actually did lie about this thing. And here you have Madeline. Listen, Madeline, I like the gameplay, but like, girl. Madeline is genuinely getting frustrated with people. And she's like, why are you guys making it seem like I'm this and that? You do know that you lied, right? That's the risk you run when you lie. People are going to corroborate stories and see if your story makes sense. And the more you talk, the more it doesn't make sense. And she's upset. And I'm like, girl, I don't know, make up another lie or something. Like, you were eventually going to get caught some way, somehow. It's no surprise that it's happening now. So yeah, it's just, listen, this game is a mess. I love the emotional roller coaster it is putting me on, but like, oh my days. Like, how are these people still trusting Kevin? I don't know. How are these people not on a witch hunt for Madeline? I don't know. So anyways, Madeline has a chat with Garrett. She's trying to like mend fences with him because clearly he was trying to throw her under the bus in the circle chat. He's not buying anything that she's selling. However, he is like, I just need to make her believe that I'm with her, and she's eating it up. She's buying it hook, line, and sinker. So that's a good thing for Garrett for now. Then Kevin tries to mend things with Tiara by saying that Tiara was his absolute non-negotiable. Now, I still don't understand the relationship that these two have, but it seems to be something that Kevin doesn't want to let go of.
I stayed loyal and made you my non-negotiable, but you were not forthcoming that Darion was your hashtag #1.
Were the couples even your target?
Who is the source, and can we trust them?
Hashtag honesty with TT. She is a pot stirrer. She spills tea, I feel like. It was Madeline. I hope my actions have proven my loyalty to you. I hope that didn't just screw me over.
So the thing with Tiara that I'm not understanding is why she wants to push Kevin in this corner. Like, you are aware that he thinks highly of you. Maybe you're not like the top person, but he thinks highly of you. Pressing him in this way, wanting him to be straightforward, is only putting him in an uncomfortable position. He might then want to turn on you. I still think, I don't know if I said it or if I cut it out in one of my videos, but I think that Tiara should have been playing the fence until the end of the game, honestly. Because at this point, she was feisty enough for people to remember that she's in the game, but not so feisty to where they're like, oh, this girl is actually a flight risk. I don't think I want to be with somebody who's like an emotional player or somebody who can turn on you in any second. Like, I think riding the fence would have been better, but now she's really coming hard with it, and it's a gamble. Luckily for her, it's working. Kevin doesn't want to get rid of her as of yet, but I was scared for Tiara in this moment. I really was. Kevin actually admits that it was Madeline who was the source of his information. I felt like everybody already knew that, but Tiara just really wanted to hear it straight from Kevin. And I was kind of confused because Kevin had already said Tiara is a pot stirrer, Tiara is a gossip. And then here you are giving her all the tea. We're missing something with this relationship. Because he's skeptical of her, but he still trusts her almost blindly. I don't get it. So they play a game called Circle AMA, meaning Ask Me Anything. Judia says that her alliance is Madeline, Giana, Rachel, and Garrett. Garrett says that Judia is his #1 and he will not want to work with Kevin. Rachel takes a stance against Kevin and then doubles down, saying that he's untrustworthy. Kevin claims that his alliance has turned on him, so that's why he's playing a cutthroat game. Also, how was nobody paying attention to his answer? If you are currently in an alliance or loosely working with him and he says, oh, all my alliance members turn on me, like he obviously turns on them. Like, he will turn on you before you turn on him, so he will get you out. Why would you want to still... Anyways, y'all. Rachel gets called out as a catfish, which, as we know, it's relevant in the game. Like, I don't understand why they make it a big deal. It's so irrelevant. At this point, they should have a season where the point is to hunt down the catfish because they want this story arc so bad. But it's irrelevant as far as the circle. Like, the circle is a social game. Let's move on. Rachel throws Kevin a curveball and asks him a lifeguarding question. He completely fumbled it. I don't know why he didn't do more research on being a lifeguard, but people are now suspecting, hold on, Kevin, are you a catfish? But then again, this catfish thing doesn't even go anywhere regarding Kevin because it's dumb. There's no point to emphasize people being catfish if it ultimately has no merit in the game, in my opinion. Moving on. Giana has a chat with Judia to let her know that Darion just had to be collateral damage in order to save Judia. Judia respects that. She then opens up about the kiss that she had with Darion, which I don't know if this was deliberate, but it's a slick way of basically saying, hey, if you ever was wondering if I am real, I am. Because he liked the girl he saw on the page. He kissed the girl. I must be the girl, you know? With Giana... I mean, I guess I'm starting to think Giana is the best player. What a shift from the first episode. The way I thought about the twins and now how I think about them is crazy. But I think at this point, Giana is the best player because no matter what happens in the circle or in the hideout, this is not Love Island. In the hideout, Giana will make sure to touch base with every single person and solidify those relationships no matter how you feel about them. Like, I completely forgot that at one point Giana and Kevin were so at odds that it caused a rift in the entire circle. But they're so good at like turning a new leaf. Oh, we're aligned now. I believe you. Everything you tell me, I believe you. I ride with you. And people just eat it up, eat it up, eat it up. That's why she's been an influencer 3 times. 3 times. And if I'm not mistaken, outside of the first week, has never been at the bottom. Crazy. Moving on. Rachel is firmly back on the Kevin hate train, but like in a slick way. So she's basically trying to position herself to where Kevin is a shield for her. She knows that Kevin is somebody who she doesn't want to keep in the end, but wants to keep him till close enough so that he goes before she does.
You don't keep your promises, and I don't think you are who you say you are. Lifeguard.
Certification. And she's trying to catch me up right now. Catch me in a lie.
I gotta figure out a way to keep him in this game a little bit longer.
I didn't think this conversation would lead to Kevin believing that Rachel is now one of his numbers, but that's what happened. And that's what Rachel wants. Rachel wants Kevin to think that they are back in good graces. A lot of that was Madeline's hard work when they had swapped profiles, but that seems to have longevity now with Kevin. And I'm thinking, she just exposed the fact that she tried to catch you in a lie with the lifeguard thing, and you think she's one of your numbers? She's not going to hold that over your head, you know? Like, I don't understand. I'm very confused with these 2 episodes. Like, I just don't get it. What I do like, though, is the gameplay is really starting to feel like an actual strategy game. Not going to lie to you. Up until last season, the circle was getting really airy-fairy. I don't like it. Because, I don't know, everybody was just, we're a family. Shh, play the game. So I thought that the twins' agreement with Kevin in the influencer chat was just a front. But it seems like they are actually wanting to hold true to this alliance. So they tell him the tea, basically.
He did follow through, and he's clearly desperate for a good rating.
Who do you see as your biggest competition?
I would have to say it's between Madeline and Rachel. Send message.
I would say Judia and Garrett are my biggest threats.
Garrett being blocked is beneficial for the both of us.
She has no choice but to scramble for another alliance.
And as much as I still do not think it's a good idea to align with Kevin, I think it's good that they threw out the whole Judia and Garrett relationship, because if Garrett is cut, Judia actually will be flailing in the wind looking for somebody to hold on to now. Kevin believes that he is potentially somebody who Judia will latch onto. I don't think so. I absolutely think Giana would be next in line for Judia's loyalty, which is great for Giana. That's why they brought it up. Kevin seems to believe that he will benefit from this move too. I just don't believe that he will. The twins are told straight up that Kevin's targets are basically everybody Giana is aligned with. And I'm thinking to myself, you still want to side? Like, I'm so sorry. You have 3 numbers in Garrett, Rachel, and Judia, but you will potentially sync those numbers to side with one Kevin, who is seemingly public enemy number 1. What's going on? There's something wrong with the edit here. Like, I'm missing unless I'm just not paying attention. I'm so confused. Like, something's not right. It's not making sense. So personally, I was wondering when Judia and Tiara were going to have a conversation. When were they going to have a heart-to-heart? You know, like black girl, similar upbringing. Like, when's that going to happen? It finally happened in this episode, but it didn't have the desired effect that Tiara thought it would.
You were so open about your past, and I wanted to share some things about mine. # Girls of Resilience.
I was shuffled through 7 foster homes and a group home.
My grandparents were the people who saved my life. I recently lost my grandfather. I owe it to him to be somebody.
Me, Antonio, and Judia are so similar. Like, who would have known? That chat went really, really good.
I could see Tiara gaining a lot of people's trust by doing what she just did to me, but I ain't falling for it.
It's interesting that to Judia, she is questioning Tiara's authenticity, because she's like, well, if you're able to open up to me like this and get me back on side, How many times have you done that with other people? So Jadeja is now skeptical of Tiara. On Tiara's side, she's like, oh my gosh, just got another number. Jadeja's on my side. This is great. And really, that was the intention, and that should have been the outcome, because I haven't seen Tiara connecting this way with anybody else. Even Kevin, who they have like a weird alliance thing, I haven't seen her truly connect in this way. If memory serves me right, Kevin and, based on the edit, Kevin and Tiara did like a little baby flirt, but then it went straight into game. I haven't really seen them do like have a vulnerable conversation. So yeah, even that bond, I'm still struggling to get it. And then here she is actually trying to be genuine with Jadeja, and Jadeja's like, I don't believe it. Oh Lord. This season is a mess. And I'm loving it. They play another game called Pick 3, meaning which 3 things out of the list given would you not be able to live without. Giana picks education, soap, and music. Garrett picks therapy, pets, and education. Rachel picks social media, sex, and pets. Jadeja picks the gym, sleeping, and therapy. Tiara chose social media, soap, and makeup. Madeline chooses pets, sex, and therapy. And Kevin chose music, gym, and money. Now, I don't know what was the point of this game. They should have chosen more salacious categories, topic, whatever. They should have chosen a better list. This had no game influence at all. But I want to know what you guys would not be able to live without based on the list. Should I share mine? Sure, whatever. Mine would be sleep, sex, and social media. Yeah. I almost said money, but because I make money on social media, I feel like that's like it goes hand in hand, you know? Moving on. Rachel and Madeline have a chat, and they decide to rate Garrett low so that they could get Jadeja on side. Jadeja, I mean, I get it. Jadeja has been a loyal player from the beginning, and she's not one to lie for the sake of lying, but she's now exposed her game to the point where multiple sectors of the circle have clocked that the best way to get Jadeja on your side is to cut off her number 1. So even these 2 ladies have clocked, hey, if we really want Jadeja, we got to get rid of Garrett. Simultaneously, Garrett is now reaching out to Rachel, and now Rachel has to save face to make him think that she is still a number for him.
I have been pressing Madeline pretty hard in circle chat. She came to me privately to clear things up.
Madeline has been helpful to me, and I feel like I can trust her.
I think we can agree that Kevin has got to go.
In terms of gameplay, keeping someone that nobody likes around is sometimes good for you.
I'm not saying Kevin shouldn't go, but I've been questioning Tiara since Jadeja didn't include her as someone she trusts. I mean, for a makeup influencer, ...
Her profile picture seems a little bland. The door is still open for Tiara to take his place.
Can I be honest? This is no shade whatsoever. But I feel like since Garrett has now said it, I could say it too. I was also confused about the makeup influencing thing. It wasn't given that, in my opinion. It's not that she doesn't do makeup well, but like makeup influencer, like I thought we were gonna get like looks in some of these photos, and we didn't really get that. But that's irrelevant to the game. I'm just saying it because Garrett said it, and I'm like, okay, because I thought it too. Anyways, Tiara isn't anyone's number 1, so I can see why Garrett is like, well, Tiara seems to be a good option to kind of throw under the bus, you know what I'm saying? Outside of her sharing her adoption story when she first came in, she hasn't really connected with anybody on a deep level. Yes, there's a connection with Kevin. I mean, every one of Kevin's alliances has the strength of a snowflake at this point, so it's not really a flex to say, oh, well, I got Kevin in my back pocket, okay. And Kevin can jump into anybody's back pocket in any moment. All right? Tiara definitely should have insulated herself a little bit more. But hey, it is what it is. In the ratings results, we have Garrett, who was last, unfortunately. Madeline was 6th. Jadeja was 5th. Tiara was 4th. 3rd was Rachel. 2nd was Kevin. And 1st was Giana. Now, based on the episode, the ratings do make sense. However, I was so irritated with Jadeja. So irritated. Everybody's basically saying, yes, Kevin is strongly disliked, but I want to keep him in the game so that he can be a shield for me later. Fair and fine. But where you throw a bone for him is in the influencer chat, not in the vote. Judasia voted Kevin number 1. Why? She wanted to throw him a bone. Why? Even if you think everybody's going to vote him last, unless the circle says, oh, the last voted player is going home, I feel like you should still vote that person last, and then you make a petition for them in the influencer chat. Or you hope that whoever you have put in the influencer chat makes a petition for him. But even if he ends up going either by the influencer's hands or by the circle, who cares? He's not a strong number for you. You were only using him as a shield. Find another shield. Kevin has now been an influencer 3 times. 3 times. And it's all because, this is why I love strategy games. Like, they really get me thinking. You know what I'm saying? Like, I actually don't feel this passionate, but I just love games. What upsets me the most about Kevin being in this position again is he is really starting to feel like his moves are good moves. And I will stand on my hill. I will die on my hill and say that Kevin's game moves are not good. It's just that everybody else's game moves end up benefiting him so that he feels justified in the moves that he's making. It's insane. It's blowing my mind. Like, I don't understand how we're here. So anyways, Giana and Kevin are in the deliberation yet again for the 3rd time. And Garrett and Judasia are on the chopping block. Judasia is a no-go for Giana. However, they already said we're in a secret alliance. So for you to stick your neck out for somebody who's not in your alliance kind of looks sus to Kevin. Kevin is here like, I have already buckled once. I said I was not going to buckle again. So he's standing firm. So everybody else is basically off the table. It is only between Judasia and Garrett. Now, while that's happening, the rest of the circle players are having an at-risk chat. And here is where they're starting to see that there's more to the story regarding Kevin.
We might as well let Giana and Kevin keep the blue check marks at this point.
I would never be in an alliance with Kevin.
That is a good question. How does that keep happening?
Kevin's been an influencer 3 times.
And now Kevin is about to send one of us home.
Let's turn the tables. Like, we are at risk time and time again.
Definitely should be opening our eyes to how they are playing the game.
We're missing a piece of the puzzle. That's what I'm saying. We're missing something.
Rachel is obviously trying to play political and not say too much to make it seem like she's going against the influencers. She's okay with people targeting Kevin. She does not like people targeting Giana. So she's trying to play it safe. But everyone else is realizing, wait, what is going on with Kevin? Because everybody in the circle is acting as if Kevin is the last person they want to work with. Yet here he is at the top again for the 3rd time. How does that happen? Somebody's lying. A few somebodies are lying. It's not making sense. Honestly, it's not making sense. Like I said, you don't throw a bone for the person in the votes, in my opinion. The only time you want to give somebody like a sympathy vote or whatever is if you know you are their number 1 and you just want to boost them up knowing that they would keep you safe. But you always rank your number one. People who would rate you number 1 slightly below that, and anybody else who you're not working with gets rated low. Doesn't matter. It does not matter. Do not throw a non-ally a bone. That is ridiculous. Ridiculous. It's also easy to say as a viewer because we see more of the game. But like, oh my gosh, Judasia, girl, number 1 is crazy. At least like number 4. Number 1 is crazy. Anyways, we are left on a cliffhanger. I already watched it, but for the sake of people who have not watched, please do not spoil. Hold your urges. Thank you very much. As always, please make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.